extremely close to skin in the movement of their joints and to the touch.
Oh my gosh. Do you hear that?
I just want to say there is a character we haven't even mentioned yet, and I just forgot about until right now.
Specifically, the slowed down hit me with your best shot.
Oh no, that's
was what he's talking about.
That was the one that stands out as bad to me.
Like,
there is a point in the movie where they literally, like, they're all together. Everyone is together, and they're in a labyrinth. Welcome back to Off the Air. The only podcast too explosive for the TSA.
That is true.
Does it still say that anywhere? Is that still like a thing we say?
It does not say that anywhere anymore. After we got
oh, that's right. After we got Twitter
banned from Twitter for a little while, that's literally the only reason I think we could have possibly got banned. So I did take that down. It's
just crazy that they let Nazis on there, but not Off the Air podcast.
It's absolutely crazy.
Oh well, can't win them all.
Exactly.
So Noah, what have you been doing today?
What today? It's Christmas Day.
Why did you come out with a southern accent? Why did you do any of that? Why did you do that?
I don't know. I'm probably just trying to cope after having a very strange day watching a very.
I suppose you should go down to the town center. Well, first of all, is that big goose still there?
Oh, only the biggest goose you've ever seen.
Run down and get it and take it to Tiny Tim. Because he's not
dead. He can't eat a whole turkey. What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, it's a goose, kid. Second of all, here's a gold coin, so shut up.
Sorry, mister. Thanks.
Well, today, it's Christmas Day. I hate that we started the podcast off with that. I hate that was the first thing you said.
I don't know why that's the first thing I said. It just happens.
I love it. All right. Yeah, what did you do today, Noah?
Well, I woke up as I would any other day.
Okay.
I made breakfast. I went to church because it is a good Sunday in the name of our Lord 2020. Then I went to Five Guys. You know, I got myself a nice burger.
Okay, burger.
Hung out with some cool people. Saw the weird, all those weird drawings in the Five Guys that totally not professional paid artists did. And then I went to go see a certain film with you. Actually, I think
I was there. Yes, I was there.
You were there. We went to see Fantasy Island.
We saw Fantasy Island today.
Today. We got out less than 4 hours ago.
That's this very day.
Christmas Day.
Nope. It's not Christmas Day.
Dang it. I'll eventually say it and it'll be true.
Yeah, I mean, in 10 months and 2 days, you'll be correct. But yeah, we saw Fantasy Island. And Noah, how do you think the movie was?
Well, so here's the thing. They made an awful lot of references in this movie to a show that lasted from, 1970 to 1984.
Did they really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know anything about the show, so I had no idea they were making references to anything.
See, that's the point. I am willing to bet money that of the people who are going to go see this movie, maybe 10% of them would know the show, you know? Maybe. Because, I vaguely knew what the show was because a character from the show also played a role in a James Bond movie. So, I had seen him before.
And he was in the movie, too?
Well, he was not in this movie.
Oh, okay.
He was,
because I was going to say, there was really not that many old people. It's just Michael Pena was the oldest person. He's not, he's probably 40 at most.
I don't know. What about Michael Rooker?
Oh, that's right. Michael Rooker was there, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was there.
For just a moment. Because, he never did right by his daughter. And the best way to do right by his daughter is to push a man off a cliff.
Not any man, Dr. Torture.
Dr. Torture. I don't, Dr. Torture?
That was they never really explained if that was his actual name or if that's just what she called him. And then as soon as a man with his stitched face showed up, she's like, oh, that's him. What do you mean that's him? You telling me that's what he looked like in real life?
Yeah,
you telling me he was Beefus Maximus in real life?
That dude was jacked, you know?
Yeah, there was just this massive man with a stitched up face and his name was Dr. Torture.
And then I leaned over to Nina after it shows his stitched mouth shut and I'm like, what the heck is that? And she's just like, remember? She literally just said she sometimes wished she could staple his mouth shut. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I get that.
I didn't even remember when she said that because honestly, the thing about the movie, Noah can attest that I laughed a lot.
You laughed so much.
I couldn't help it because they kept trying to make you care and I just couldn't. Like people, like there were supposed to be like several deaths that were supposed to be very like serious and like plot
clearly
twisty
that you were
and
supposed
sad.
to be like sad
And I was just
unhappy
like,
about.
I couldn't help but laugh because they would do like a slow-mo shot of a character that's been in the movie for 6 minutes dying, and everyone would be like, no, and you're supposed to care, and I just like, I didn't, and I couldn't, and I didn't know them, and I thought it was funny, and I just left over and over again. It was just a very funny film to me.
Yeah, no, there was so much to not be happy with.
Oh yeah, it's honestly like, I personally think it falls into like the category of it does hit the so bad it's good mark. I think a lot of things don't because they lack that like this movie is not self-aware enough to know that it's bad.
No, it is not. That's the thing with A24 movies. Some A24 movies.
It's not an A24 movie. It's a Blumhouse movie.
Oh shit.
A24 made like Lady Bird and stuff. Blumhouse makes bad horror.
Well, A24 has been dipping its toes into horror a lot recently.
Well, I mean, they've The Witch and Hereditary and Midsummer.
Yeah, and they've done good work in the horror field.
Yeah.
But one of the things that A24 does, which is what I confused this movie with for a hot minute, and I don't know why, is that A24 takes itself far too seriously.
Oh, incredibly.
And this movie took itself far too seriously.
Like and the thing is, like, it tried to make jokes, but it did not make them at the right spot. It was just like, instead of being like, let's make fun of a little bit of like how ridiculous this premise is at this point, like when they were like, we have to fight the island. Instead of it doing that, they were just like, this guy's got a dumb tattoo.
Exactly.
And
then they didn't show you the tattoo until the end. And you know what? That was another reference that you wouldn't have gotten.
They mentioned it once at the start of the movie, and I just totally forgot. I didn't care.
Yeah.
They couldn't be bothered to care because the characters like meant nothing, and they weren't interesting. And the fact that he said, don't call me that because of my old nickname in college. And he's like, oh yeah, because of that bad tattoo. In like the first 10 minutes. And then literally in like the last scene of the movie, they're like, he had a bad tattoo the whole time. Isn't that funny? And it wasn't even that bad.
Well, here's the thing. The thing is, the assistant in the TV show was named Tattoo, which is why he called him Tattoo at the end of the movie.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. That's a reference you're not going to get if you never saw the show. And the only reason I got it is because Nina leaned over to me and said, the assistant in the show was named Tattoo.
See, yeah, I didn't have that advantage. I had the advantage of one time Jeff leaned over to me and said, I don't even pick up my phone in real life. Because at the very start of the movie, there also like heavy spoilers, by the way, but you don't need to see this movie. Please don't, unless you like want to see it for comedic purposes, in which case the spoilers won't mean anything to you.
Yeah, I think honestly, this movie is worth watching if A, someone else pays for you. Thank you, Jeff. Or B,
shout out to Jeff.
If you don't pay for it on a weekend, it's a good Tuesday movie.
It's a great Tuesday movie. It's a great Tuesday movie if you're just looking to like laugh at something that's not funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's made funny by being bad.
It's a good movie for a drinking game if your drinking game is every time the island does something dumb or every time people make a stupid decision that no one would make in real life. There
is a point in the movie where they literally, like, they're all together. Everyone is together and they're in a labyrinth. And then they're like, okay, we gotta stick close, guys. And then individually, instead of saying let's split up, individually people are just like, I'm gonna leave. And just like walk away. They're like, I think I heard a sound down this hallway. And then they just don't say anything to the rest of the group, they just walk away. Until every single person in the group has done that. Yeah. Like, at what point would everyone just walk away when you're like literally like fighting for your lives in like a labyrinth against a magical island? No, it was absolutely absurd. Like, there's no excuse for what everyone was doing in that movie. And all I want is this movie to just make like a tiny bit more sense. And it was like honestly, attempted plot twists that were just not fun. Yeah, like every plot twist, like the big one at the end where it's like, wait, none of these are our fantasies. This is someone else's fantasy. And it's just, what? And you know what else makes me angry? By the way, when one person goes underwater and is fighting like zombies and then still manages to throw a grenade out of the water into the group of people exactly where it needs to be to hit everyone. That too. That was also bad. But that girl, I think her name was Melissa. The fact that I have no idea what her name was. Her past is about how people judged her unfairly when she was bullied, right? That was her whole thing. Literally the only character trait we got about her. Yes. But then
as it turns
Yeah,
out,
it's kind of
she
like everyone called her a
actually-
stalker.
Yeah,
when
but
she was
it's
in high school, and she's like, that ruined my life. And
But
then
then
in the
she
movie, she's
is a
like,
stalker.
turns out I was actually just a stalker.
Yeah, like her big
everyone's like-
plot twist at the end is, turns out she actually was exactly what people said she was.
And it's like this girl who's like just like a jerk to her in high school in the end is just like made, not a good guy, but like made correct from calling her a stalker all those years ago, because it turns out she actually was like an incredibly psycho stalker.
Exactly. Like, she had one date with this dude, and then, like, she had a selfie that they took together, and it was her phone background, and she printed it out for
She
a
did have a framed photo of it. Yeah.
A framed photo she took with her on vacation to Fantasy Island.
Yes, a framed photo that she took of a person she had coffee with one time. Which, first of all, if I'm on like a first date with somebody, I'm not going to take a selfie with them. Like, it's weird, right?
No, that is weird. I would never.
Where could it possibly go that it wouldn't be like first date vibes?
Yeah.
It's just it's not right.
I just
ain't right.
Don't like it. Don't like it. I can't even imagine selfieing with someone that I just met on a first date. If it was like a first date and you had been like good friends for a long time, there's almost a pass there, you know? But if it's like a first date with someone that you're meeting at that date, it's just weird.
It's incredibly weird, and linked with all the other stuff. I'm not gonna spoil the details, but definitely, just dumb. Turns out they were right the whole time.
Yeah, turns out being mean was the right choice, and I feel like that's a bad moral to end that movie on.
Yeah, sure, but you know what? What else?
Honestly,
I have no expectations.
Didn't they only try and make one joke, like an actual joke in the whole movie?
No, I feel like they did. Like the two brothers were definitely comic relief.
I mean,
and it was kind of the one was like
two jokes then.
Yeah, the one time he was like, "Hey, but all these girls want to party with me and my brother, but do you remember that my brother's gay?" And then he's like, "Yes." And then there's hot boys for the brother, and you're like, "Oh, all right, good."
And then he's like,
punchline.
I'm layered. I just don't want these juicy, beautiful, sexy hunks of men. And then they open up their tent and there's weed, and he's like, okay, I have two layers,
like,
and
weed,
it's just
and he's like,
men and weed.
Nice, yeah.
So that was there's joke one, and then joke two was the other brother didn't even get laid, and he just cried all night.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
What?
Man, I just didn't care about that whole movie.
Yeah, I did like who was the guy with the pseudo, like, he was clearly supposed to be like Russian, right?
Oh yeah, but he had like a really bad Russian accent.
Yeah, I liked him because he played one of my favorite characters in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, Ron Perlman.
Shoot, Ron Perlman is a better character. No, this was like, what's his name? Like Teague? Something like that.
I've never seen Sons of Anarchy. I just know that Ron Perlman's in it. I do like Ron Perlman, though. Hellboy,
Tig.
as you may know him.
That's
like
his
the
name.
welder?
I think so.
All right.
Alexander Tig Traeger. I assume he probably got the nickname as a welder. He was their violent, like, attack dog guy.
Nah, who isn't?
Honestly, though.
Yeah, so that was Fantasy Island. It was not good. We saw it.
Yeah. What's his name? Kim Coates. That's his name. That's the actor.
Good on you, Kim.
Yeah.
You don't have a good Russian accent, though.
No, you don't.
It's not your thing, you know? It's all right. Everybody has a thing that's not yours.
Although, he does have the only good line of the entire movie.
They also did say the name Fantasy Island like 10 times throughout the film.
Yeah, if we were CinemaSins, we would have rolled credits like 200 times.
Did we talk about Birds of Prey at all on the podcast?
Oh, we touched on. Well, no, we didn't. I touched on it real quick, but you were sick that day or something.
That's true.
Oh, hello.
Or something, yeah. One thing or another. Yeah, there was we watched Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, I mean, honestly, while we're talking about movies, we may as well talk about Birds of Prey.
I wasn't super impressed, but I liked it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I find strange is people are like obsessed over the soundtrack.
Really?
Like obsessed, yeah.
Why? Why are people obsessed over the Birds of Prey soundtrack?
It's not anything special. It's just like a whole bunch of different like kind of poppy songs. I think like it's not a bad soundtrack. It wasn't like grating or anything, but it didn't like stand out and it wasn't like amazing to me. But yeah, people are like obsessed with it. I don't get it.
I don't know many of these songs.
It had no genuine bangers, in my opinion, but like several songs that were very passable and none that were like bad in the context of the movie. Mm-hmm. Except I really did not like the slowed down rendition of Hit Me With Your Best Shot. That didn't feel right. It felt weird. It was wrong.
Adana did Hit Me With Your Best Shot all slowed down.
Like, you can't just slow down a song and then expect me to be like, all right, this is a real moment now. Serious time. I was not sold on that. Like, why did you just slow it down?
Yeah, no, I don't.
And I feel like other movies have done that, but I can't name any. Which is weird, right? But you know what I'm talking about? Like trailers and stuff do it.
Jackson, I went to check the video just to remember how much I didn't like it. And the top comment is, I just got out of the movie and I instantly had to look for this song. When this shit started playing during the movie, I was just feeling it. I was feeling that whole build-up scene. If you already seen the movie, you will know what I'm talking about. But like, I saw the movie and I don't know what you're talking about because
I think
I got
the music
so
was
distracted by the slow, because he's specifically the slowed down "Hit Me With Your Best Shot."
Oh no, that's
was
what
like
he's
talking about.
That was the one that stands out as bad to me.
Like, because that is the song that took me right out of it. Because I mean, like, granted, I associated it a lot with like Guitar Hero because I played it a lot in Guitar Hero, you know.
And also that moment in the movie, there was nothing like too super intense happening.
No,
she was just like,
it was prepping for the final battle, and just hearing that song in that context, it felt so strange. I couldn't get into it. It made me unhappy.
Agree. Not the best choice of just slowed down old song.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. The rest of the soundtrack was fine though. Nothing to write home about though.
Yeah, no. I was very worried in the beginning because it seemed like they were going with the Suicide Squad angle of, let's put my iPod on shuffle and have it hit all the scenes with a
they almost
song.
hit that level, but they had like an overarching theme instead of it just literally being like, hey, we got Lil Wayne on the song. It was kind of like, all right, Doja Cat did like 4 or 5 songs, and like there were several other artists who did like multiple songs in the soundtrack, so it wasn't just like piecemeal artists and just like doing whatever. But yeah, I don't know, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, although all in all,
Ewan McGregor was fun.
Ewan McGregor was a good time.
He always is, though.
My only beef with his character is that he was so over the top that it got to a point where I needed him to like step it up a little bit or like chill out so that he could come back up. And
yeah, he was just always
he
there.
ran at 100 the whole time. So when it was the end of the movie where like it looked like he had gone like taken that last step off the deep end or whatever, I'm like, but he's already been off the deep end. There's nothing has changed, you know?
Yeah, it was also kind of like a strange dynamic of like, because I think like they should have rolled harder into the idea of we're all bad guys.
Yeah.
Instead, it was kind of like, no, he's worse.
And I mean, like, I'm okay with the fact that there were worse bad guys, but the good guys were also, or the good guy bad guys were more good guys than bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Huntress is out here actually killing people. Sure.
But only killing mob people.
Exactly. She was killing 4 specific people. And that, you know, I get that. And
Black Canary didn't really do anything illegal.
I was going to say Black Canary was just like, she literally didn't do anything illegal. She ended up getting stuck being the mob boss driver. But before that, literally all she did was sing in the club.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's not illegal.
No, that's not illegal.
Even being a mob boss driver isn't really illegal.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of stuff you get into, right?
You're not breaking the laws. Yeah, you're just driving a guy. Nothing legal about driving somebody.
Nah, not at all.
And then Harley Quinn wasn't really evil, just like mischievous.
And I mean, I'm okay with that because her character is more of a mischievous character than like an actually full-blown evil character.
Oh yeah, like it wasn't just like, you know, blowing up the people for no reason. It was like blowing up things for minor reasons.
Yeah, like you know, closure and stuff.
It is true, and she did break that guy's legs early on. That was fun.
Ooh. Oh, I hated that scene.
I like that scene.
I'm glad you liked the hyper-extended leg scene.
I'm a sucker for just broken bones. It's just fun to me when I'm watching a movie and somebody gets their bones real good broken. I'm like, yeah, get them. Those are the 2 movies we've seen recently, and we talked about Underwater already. Those 2, I think I had more fun watching Fantasy Island than I did watching Underwater or Birds of Prey.
I don't know if I had more fun than watching Birds of Prey. But I would concede that both of them are better. Both of them are better than Underwater, right?
No, both of them are better than Fantasy Island.
Oh.
Underwater had a story.
Underwater did have a story. It needed a lot more story, but at least it didn't have a cheesy twist.
I don't know what happened in Fantasy Island. If you were to be like, who is the characters? I don't know any of their names. I know JP.
Was his name JP? I thought it was JD.
JP or JD. It was one of those two. JD. And his brother...
Drax. I don't think it was Drax. That's the big dude from Guardians.
Okay.
It might have been Drax. I'm not sure now.
It was one of the... Drax, Thorax.
Thorax.
The one girl Lucy Hale was like Meredith, Melanie.
Melody.
Melody.
Yep. It was Melanie.
Meredith.
Because the other girl, Sloane, called her Meredith.
Ooh, would you know her name?
Melanie. I remembered Sloane's name because I thought, what an odd name to give to one of your main characters, because I feel like Sloane is not a very popular name.
I used to have a coworker with that name.
Really?
Yeah.
I have only ever seen Sloane as a name in books.
What was the soldier guy's name?
Oh, Patrick.
Sure.
It was Patrick. I am sure of that.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on any of the characters. I don't remember them. They were funny, but their stories are nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the plot twist kind of ruined everything anyway.
No, I would agree. The plot twist was just like
but I'll save it because I think it's
twist.
funny enough that watching it is worth a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
When the plot twist was revealed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not buy this movie. I don't think I'm going to pay for it.
I agree.
might, if I see it streaming somewhere, I might watch it again. Not alone.
Yeah, if it's on a streaming service, give it a check.
Yeah.
Give it a look-see.
Yeah, because I don't think I would watch it by myself, but if I was watching it with like friends and being like, yo, check out this movie, I think I could have fun with that, you know?
Yeah, I had a fun time. I was giggling the whole time.
That you were.
I think in terms of like actually good movies, I think Birds of Prey is definitely far and away the best of the three.
Yes, no, I would agree with that.
And then Underwater is real bad, and then Fantasy Island's even worse.
The thing Fantasy Island has going for it is it doesn't have 40 minutes of walking on the bottom of the ocean.
This is true, yes.
And I do respect that. The lack of a lot of ocean walking really does mean a lot.
Yeah, the scenes were pretty. The settings were nice in Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
For sure.
It was a pretty area.
Wait, I do have issues with another moment, come to think of it.
Okay.
Remember when Patrick was out there doing his fantasy and his dad was just like, oh, we're going to be in Venezuela tomorrow. And they were just like walking through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Yeah. And then they just went to a house and acted like nothing was strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
no, for sure. They went to like a party mansion and were like, yep, this is in Venezuela.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just like there were some moments that didn't quite make enough sense. That was one of them.
I thought it was really funny when he fought his dad because his dad didn't want to kill himself. And he tried to convince his dad to go die.
Yeah,
that was a cool moment.
Weird.
He was like, if you go there tomorrow, you'll die. And then his dad was like, okay, well, I guess I won't go there tomorrow. And he's like, you have to go there or you're a coward. I was like, wait, why do you want him to die?
See, not to be all
and he was like, you have to do it to save your men because your men will live if you do it. And then you know what happened? All of them died. And none of them were given names, and every one of them was killed immediately before the main guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every single one of the men died before the main guy who was supposed to die for his men.
See, and not to get all like anti-military or anything like that, but like,
do it, please.
That's like, I'm gonna shoot you if you try to not die. I won't let you be a coward is such a weird stance that there are certain people in my life that I know would have taken that stance, and in fact did take that stance when we were playing video games. There's a certain guy I'm sure you're probably thinking I might be talking about.
Is it the Scum of the Earth?
One of them, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the lesser or the worse?
The lesser.
So yes, what happened with this Scum of the Earth?
No, yeah, we would be like playing games, and even if you would like pretend to do stuff like that, he would try and kill you in the game. If you were talking about like, because a popular conversation topic was like soldier, not king and country, but like that kind of like type of attitude. And there were a lot of statements made about like treacherous people and things like that, and like what type of death they deserved.
Okay.
Not a happy thing.
I also don't get why the guy didn't just go tell his men, hey guys, this is my son from the future. If we go there, we're all going to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that would be hard for them to believe. But also like he's got pretty definitive proof.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like if you go back to like headquarters and you're like, yeah, sorry, my son from the future came on and told us if we went, we would all die. They would probably be like, what? And then you would like show them your son from the future and they'd be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Like, cause he was,
what are they going to do?
Definitively the son from the future. There was like provable,
Yeah. That's a pretty big deal.
What a mess. What an absolute mess that movie is.
He was like, Dad, you have to go kill yourself. You're a hero. It's like, well, what?
Yeah.
And I don't think they ever really resolved that. He just like suplexed his dad in the water. And then the next thing you knew it, they were...
I think it was because he said something about like how you jumping on that grenade and saving your men made you a hero. You were my hero.
And he's like, yeah, that's cool, but like I'd rather be alive than your hero and be able to spend time with you growing up.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think that's a weird stance to take.
I don't think it's a weird stance to take at all. To be like, instead of dying for my 9-year-old son, I'm going to live to be able to be a hero personally to him.
Yeah.
But whatever. Very strange movie.
Yeah. Like the premise of be careful what you wish for is a really good one, right? Like, I like it. It makes sense.
Yeah, the monkey's paw.
But the way it ended up going was just bad.
Very bad. It was strange to me when Michael Rooker just was there. And he was like, you know how usually, like, in a lot of times where you get those places where it's like a haunted place, like Grave Encounters and all that, like, there'll be someone who's like, I've been in hiding in this place for 8 years, barely surviving. Mm-hmm. And you're like, all right, yeah, so they're crazy, but they know all, like, the secrets and the layout. They had, like, Michael Rooker be that character, right?
Yeah.
But instead of it having been him living there forever, he was like, yeah, I came here about 3 weeks ago and I stayed in the hotel for a little while, and then I left the hotel after they found out. So, like, you're telling me he's been in there 3 weeks max, because he stayed at the hotel for at least one night.
Yeah.
So you're telling me he has been on the island for 3 weeks maximum, knows where everything is, and he also was like deranged, had like crazy hair, and was like out of his mind. Like, I mean, I get it. It's not easy to be alone on a haunted island for 3 weeks, but I don't think it makes you look as crazy as he looked.
No, because
he looked like he'd been there forever.
No, because you know the flashback that they showed him in, where I guess it was a few days, right? Like it was a couple of days.
It was at least a couple of weeks. I would say.
Like it was a couple of days. He stayed like in the
probably
in the hotel.
Yeah, because they said he brought his daughter back, and so he probably stayed with her for a little bit.
So like after that went sour for him, his hair grew like 4 inches.
Yes,
because even combed back, his hair was too long for the style he was wearing in that flashback.
Yeah, there was also a point in the movie where they were like, we had to walk. So they started from like the main house.
Yeah,
they got out from the main house, and then they went with Michael Rooker because he like found them in the woods or whatever, and he was like, "Come with me, guys," and they followed him. And they said they had to walk all through the night, and then like the next afternoon they got to the secret place.
Yeah,
and then immediately all the other characters were there, and then they went back to the main island, and then like next thing you knew it, they left the main island and were back at this like magic place, but then everyone else was immediately there as well, and you're like, did this take a day and a half to walk to before? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, like that was a bad statement to make, because like
you could have just not put that in the movie.
The room they left was in theory straight down from an elevator, right?
Yeah, and there was like a little bit of like walk and stuff like that.
I suppose I'll accept the possibility that some magic elevatoring happened, right, to make their elevator go sideways. But I will not accept that they went and walked all night to get from that door back to the cave, because then they ran right back to that door after getting out of the cave, and it took them like 20 minutes. Sure. You know?
Yep, it made no sense. I had no idea how big the island was. People thought they were in Venezuela. People said we're going to cross the border to Panama to get back home.
Yeah.
What?
And granted, those were like island creations, so they'll say whatever they want, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But also,
they're still walking.
Yeah, they still walked far enough to make Patrick think, yeah, okay, we're in Venezuela.
And then they showed up at the party house.
And the party house was like
they showed up basically a frat house, and we're like
loud party house. Yes. Mind you, that no one else heard.
There were also like a ton of moments where like there was one moment where a man used a shotgun to like blow somebody away through a door and like in the middle of like the garage basically. And then no one said anything. One person shot a single bullet and like miles off on like the hilltop. They were like, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, like they talked a lot about the fact that.
And the thing is, it was at the same location as the garage thing happened. Yeah,
like it was mentioned a lot that every single time a gun was shot, they're like, "Oh my gosh, do you hear that?"
I just want to say there is a character we haven't even mentioned yet, and I just forgot about until right now.
Oh, what's her name?
The lady.
The lady. I don't remember her name.
The whole thing was just like being generally like pretty tame.
Yeah.
She was like, my fantasy is just to like be happy, and then she got it, and she was like, all right, I'm happy, but like I feel like it's fake, and that was her story arc.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the whole story arc. Is like I don't get why there's like why she was even there.
Right, like she does not seem like the kind of person who would have signed up for a getaway, right?
Yeah, especially because she's like, I feel like this isn't even real anyway. I don't really want any of this. And you're like, well, what do you... what are you doing here? Right? Like, why'd you sign up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't make any sense for her to be there. Everyone else, yeah, kind of made sense. But it was clear, and I mean, I don't want to get into the plot twist specifically because, like, we may as well leave something in there, right?
Yeah, leave a little for the imagination.
Yeah, but, like, the fact that they were all there and they didn't all seem like the kind of people to sign up for this.
Absolutely true, yeah.
But they all had to be there.
Yeah, it had to be like every one of them. Like, I feel like without even one of them, the plot wouldn't have held through with the twist.
Yeah.
It was just not a good movie, guys. Don't watch Fantasy Island. That's my final review. We spent like over half an hour talking about this movie.
Yeah.
It's just like there's just so many things wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
It just warrants being talked about. Those are the facts. I know. What else have you been up to? What have you been doing this week?
I don't know. We talked about so much that I don't remember what else I did. Because there honestly wasn't too much, but I don't know. A weird conversation topic came up at work about like sex dolls.
Okay, I'm in for it.
Because
the brothels?
Like, no, not even the brothels. So here's the thing. Like for some reason, I was seeing people post about like, oh, men are worried about sex dolls replacing women, but have you seen their house? They'll never be able to take care of it kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
Like kind of typical comments that you get
classic.
On those type of things. But then that was a conversation we ended up having at work. Like people were talking about stuff like that.
Interesting.
And I don't know why. I don't know why this is like resurfacing in my life at all recently. And I'd rather it didn't, you know?
Why?
I don't know. It's weird to hear talk about like sex dolls.
Yeah, no, that does sound like a thing that would be really weird to go through. Yeah, I haven't even like thought about it. I'm gonna Google like the. You remember we talked about that before, the sex doll brothels.
Mm-hmm. And I think Emma posted something in the server about sex doll brothels and like one opening up in maybe Canada.
Okay,
let me see.
There are a couple. Let's see.
Oh, she was just talking about like the ones in Europe because there's actually a few in Europe.
Oh, there are 2 in Toronto.
2 in Toronto.
Yeah.
Wow, that's closer than I expected.
They do in calls and out calls.
What?
You heard me?
I don't like that. Please tell me you're joking.
Oh, this one's closed.
Good. I'm going to go with good on that one.
There's 2 of them. One of them is not open anymore. This one? Redirect. Huh. Oh, it's like trying to tell me not to go to this page. Basically, it's like, please redirect. Please don't go here.
Please don't go. You know what? I respect that.
Let's see. It does exist. Services, discrete in calls and very discreet out calls.
Well, thank goodness they're very discreet out calls. I wouldn't want anyone to know I'm, banging a rentable sex doll.
Do they like bring it in like a fake like viola or not like a cello case or something where it's like a big old case and they just like stuff the doll in there like your cello, sir, your cello rental for the hour, kind of like they used to put like the Tommy guns in violin cases. Mm-hmm. That's what I'd like to imagine.
Like it has to be right because they got to do. I just can't imagine how do you discreetly show up at someone's house and then haul a sex doll inside and be like, here you go.
In-call rates are a flat rate of $200 per hour. What?
That seems both low and high.
Yeah, it's like weirdly like not enough, but also weirdly too much. Like any less than that, I would be weirded out. Any more than that, it wouldn't even ever be on the table. That's also Canadian dollars, though.
Which is worth slightly less than US dollar right now, I think.
Yes, it's like it's about about like 75%.
Yo, my gosh,
so,
It's a flat 75.
Oh, wow, really?
This is the time to invest in Canadian money.
I have a couple Canadian dollars on my desk.
Buy up that Canadian money. It was doing.
No.
It's not been doing well in the last.
Yeah, they're all right.
It's been. Oh, dang. It's been worth less for a while now, I guess. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's been worth less for like most of my life anyway. Like there was a couple times where it got pretty close, but
I'm seeing this one spot where it was actually worth 3 cents more back in May of 2011. I'm sorry.
You fools.
April had April was 5 cents more of 2011,
wow.
And then everything else has been very, very cheap. So don't invest in the Canadian dollar. It does not look like it's going to go up.
Buy low, sell high, guys. Yeah, 200 now. Let's go look at the FAQ.
FAQ? about the sex dolls. Yeah,
What is the doll? They are completely realistic dolls made of silicone that gives you a feeling extremely close to skin in the movement of their joints and to the touch. Okay. Very high-end products that you must handle with care and respect.
You telling me we gotta respect the sex dolls now?
Wait, hold up. They're in a few provinces in Edmonton, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal. They're in 4 cities there. Expanding monthly. What? They have upcoming locations in Calgary, Saskatchewan. What do you mean Calgary? Like the whole province of Saskatchewan? Everything else has been a city so far. You're telling me you're just gonna take over the whole province?
Yeah, you're just gonna like toss that right on there like that?
Not even like Regina or Saskatoon. You're taking over the whole province? Yeah. Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, they're just gonna they're taking over. New Brunswick is more reasonable to take over, but Saskatchewan is like bigger than Texas. You're just gonna take that over?
Yeah, that's
Yukon? They're putting there's no brothel in the Yukon territories?
Really?
Yeah, I guess if you're in Juneau in Alaska, you can just drive over real quick.
See, so here's the thing.
Is Whitehorse in the Yukon, or is that none of it?
I don't know.
I think Whitehorse is like the capital of Yukon territories.
But here's my thought, right? I just feel like Canada is classier than this.
Why? They put it in Winnipeg. You think Winnipeg's not in need of their services? You ever been to Winnipeg before?
I have not, actually.
I mean, it's a pretty big city, all things considered. It's like 1 million people. They got the Jets. Who doesn't like the Jets? You know, that's pretty much all. How do you feel about Canada?
I don't mind it.
Oh, okay.
I've only...
It's just a very strange stance.
Well, I guess my issue is I've only been to Canada to see the falls, right?
Okay, so like just over the border, basically.
Yeah, we are not talking about me being like in much of Canada almost at all.
That's fine. How do you feel you think about Canada, though?
I don't mind it. I think Canada is not nearly as bad as because I feel like there's this weird little thing where some people want to make Canada out to be like this really terrible thing.
Also, I looked it up. Whitehorse is in fact the capital of the Yukon.
Oh,
so
nice.
There you go.
It's
largest city in northern Canada.
It's one of the only really.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
the
well,
the entire territory has 40,000 people.
What, like 20 cities, maybe?
I actually want to see how big this is. Yeah, the population is 25,000, and
that's the largest
population
city
of the province.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, all 3 provinces or territories combined is 125,000 people.
Okay.
And the Yukon territory by itself is 41,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they are all in Whitehorse.
Oh my gosh.
And Yellowknife is the only city in the Northwest Territories.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure?
Love Canada.
I zoomed in a little bit and I found some more.
And those are probably towns in the Northwest Territories.
But it's the only it's the only city.
Like it's the capital, only city, and largest community in the Northwest Territories.
Dude, it's smaller than Corey.
Yellowknife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that means it has like a 1/6 of the people in the territory.
They have a Walmart and an airport. You know what? I guess what else are they gonna have? It looks like it's
got a population of 19,000.
They got a Walmart. They got an airport. Okay, so they have more people than Corey.
Yeah, how big is Corey? Yeah, we going to the Yellowknife Walmart today, boys.
I mean,
all the territories up there have to have
Corey
airports.
has as of 2017. As of 2017, we got 6,300 people. But like on a map, this place looks smaller than Corey.
Oh yeah, they probably all live in like a block so they can get to the Walmart when it's snowing.
There's a lot here though. Like, oh my gosh, this is a packed little city.
I would love to like move up to like literally Yellowknife or Whitehorse, just somewhere in like the middle of nowhere.
I would not, if we're being honest.
But they are opening a brothel in the Yukon, so get ready, Whitehorse.
Dang,
we're coming to you.
I was gonna say, I wonder where it's gonna be. Will it be Whitehorse or one of the tiny little towns? I think it might be Whitehorse.
I wouldn't mind living in the territories. I mean, they have like an average income of over 6 figures there. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, but everything costs like $1 million to buy.
Isn't the average income just that high though? Because all the people up here are like working oil and like lumber.
Yeah, they're all there. Mostly it's just specialty jobs.
Like,
there's not many people who are just like, I felt like coming up here to be a server.
Exactly. Although I bet the servers get tipped well.
Oh yeah, probably. You got to know everybody, so yeah. I wonder who's like working at the Walmart up there, right? Because like buying anything is incredibly expensive. Oh, so how do they? It's got to be like people's kids, maybe, because you couldn't support yourself up there.
No.
On Walmart.
Oh my gosh, Nunavut has this island called Duck Island. It kind of looks like a duck head, and it's in the Hudson Bay. Wait,
hold up. They don't actually have like any of their stuff public. Like you can't actually find out where this business is. I'm still on the FAQ, by the way. You have to like call them, and they'll give you an idea of where they are.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. They'll give you the
number.
You're kidding me.
Not even close.
Why? What is that?
I think. And I think they change their number frequently.
That makes sense. What the
I
hell?
mean, would you want people to know that's what you're doing?
Does their FAQ have a phone number?
Once you have booked your time, you must call 30 minutes before to confirm. You'll be sent a discreet confirmation text. Once you have confirmed and are in the area, the location will be communicated in a phone call.
Oh my gosh.
And then when you get there, they confirm the text information with you.
You're kidding. What is this, like, Black Hood nonsense?
This is literally like some like James Bond kind of stuff. Like, oh, sure, I don't know if you have to go through like all these credentials to make sure you get in there.
Can you imagine being
to make a deposit
like,
and then
needing to get laid that
it
bad that you jump through so many hoops?
Wait, and then they'll guide you to your relaxing room where your doll of choice will be waiting for you in the desired configuration.
I don't like that sentence, even though I know what it means.
Yeah.
It's a bad sentence. We
don't book with private, blocked, or unknown numbers, and we definitely don't book with phone app numbers either. We do have a system that alerts us when an app number are being used. Good wording there. Good wording. After you're done your session, let our receptionist know so they can inspect the room and doll, and then you'll receive back your deposit if there isn't any damage.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to read this FAQ because that's weird. I'm not going to read that one because it's weird. What will I find when I arrive at your establishment? You'll be helped by a receptionist who will always protect your discretion. The receptionist will confirm your appointment, and if you have any questions, she will answer them at that time. Do they only hire a girl receptionist, or do they just only have like one? They're just like calling her by her name.
I kind of feel like they might only have one.
I feel like they just got the one, and they're like, well, yeah, she'll be there.
Yeah, and then, there can't be that many.
You must inform the receptionist when you leave, and she'll accompany you to the exit. Wait, hold up. This question is, what will the setting be like? Will it be cold? You're telling me the frequently asked question is, should I bring a coat? I
think it means, will the doll be cold?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Didn't even think about that. Was thinking about the temperature. You can have music of your choice.
Oh, that's
Don't hesitate to give us every detail of your fantasy so we can get your every desire met. This is just Fantasy Island.
Yeah, firstly, it is definitely just Fantasy Island, but also it's like someone.
Hey, you can do group sessions.
I just feel like someone's getting off on this.
Yeah, like for sure.
Half a sec. Let me just get my mind back in order real quick.
Than an hour are, in our opinion, too short to handle a Playmate doll. If we take Bitcoin, no Bitcoin, just cash. And email money transfers, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like it. Our
locations are a secret.
Oh my gosh.
Can I have a shower? Yes, you can. All right. All right. Toronto's not that far. We should make an off-the-air trip. And then, it's not like you're going to be able to get, a word with anybody. You're not going to, interview the receptionist because all they talked about in this is just discretion. Discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on it.
No.
They've all got, names, and there's only, weight? Is this, real weight, or is this, the, weight or whatever? This is weird. I don't like this. I feel like I've gone too far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a dangerous spot to go down.
Yeah, I'm just looking, and it's scary on the profiles because they have heights and weights. And is that real? Do you think they actually the dolls are actually that heavy?
I don't like this.
Just put some cement in there. Well, we talked about this before on the podcast, so now, and I think at the time it wasn't real. It hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, it was still a possibility. And then after that, after it being the possibility, it then became maybe in America, but that never happened.
I don't think that's happened, no.
Thankfully, personally.
Yeah, it's one of the, I'm indifferent towards it. If it keeps people off the streets, I guess, and I don't really think that it does. But, yeah, whatever. If it's your thing, it's your thing. But it just seems like if I'm spending that much money, I'd at least want, good ice cream or something. You can get a ticket. You can go to Disney for the day for that much money, I
feel like there are a lot more fun things that you
Cedar
can do
Point
with that
3
money.
times. Yeah. Just go to an amusement park or something, kid.
Yeah.
No, you like amusement parks?
I sometimes do. I don't know. There's I don't know. It depends. If I go with people, then I like them. But if I'm going,
are you a big rider?
I do love roller coasters.
Okay. I think I had you pegged for a rider, and then when you said I don't know, I was like, ooh, maybe he's not a rider after all.
I guess the main thing is it honestly it's mostly just because of my weight. There's certain places that just don't have rides I can ride. Waldemere's pretty good, but it doesn't really have good. Yeah. Cedar Point is actually really bad about that. There's like 2 roller coasters that I can ride, which bums me out a little bit. Yeah. They do really, really narrow seats.
That is true. They do have very narrow seats. Sorry, I'm looking for something that I dropped on the floor here before my cats take it, and then it's gone forever.
That's good to try and find.
It's little gremlins. I like roller coasters. I like amusement parks. Cedar Point is definitely a fun place that I enjoy.
I enjoyed the one time I went.
Have you ever been to Disney World before?
I never have. And if we're being honest, I don't know that I ever will.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think that I'll probably go again. If it's up to me, definitely not. But, like, I don't know. My family likes it a lot. And I have nothing against it other than, like, everything I have against Disney. The actual parks themselves, whatever. It's just like a huge monument to, like, everything Disney does. But there's, like, fun rides. Like, a lot of amusement parks I think are really bad about just, like, constant like waste. I mean, a lot of like the tourism industry is really bad about that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
But like smaller parks, when you go to like Waldemere and like Cedar Point, it's a lot better because it's not so much. It's not trying to be like the magical experience where all expenses are spared. Nothing. There's no object. We must simply please our guests. It's more like forget about it. Just get on the roller coaster. Get a corn dog if you want a corn dog. That's it. That's what you get. And I like that about smaller amusement parks. Waldemere's not bad.
Yeah, I like Walmart enough.
Walmart?
I don't know why I said Walmart.
You think about going back to Whitehorse?
Hit up that Walmart, bro. You gotta. Nah.
I like Walmart enough.
Waldemere. I like Waldemere enough.
Although now I'm second guessing myself, wondering if I said Walmart.
I don't think you did.
What if we both did though? Because for whatever reason now I'm like not sure.
I would say I'll roll back the tapes, but I know I probably won't.
That's fine. I respect that. I like Waldemere. It's fun. I haven't been there in years because I lived in Texas and didn't go this summer. But yeah, they got new rides coming all the time, and there's just like things to do, and it's pretty cheap and pretty small. Like you can realistically do it in a day.
Whereas like Disney, I've heard that you really need to take like 2 or 3 days to really hit the whole park.
Yeah, because I mean, there's 4 parks. Actually, there's like 6 now, but 2 of them are water parks, and those don't count. Yeah, there's 4 parks at Disney, so it's kind of like, if you want to see them all, you gotta basically have 4 days because they're each like a day long and they're all like packed with stuff to do. But like you can reasonably do Cedar Point in a day. Walmart's I'm calling it Walmart. Waldemere's an easy day trip too. But I like amusement parks. What is my cat doing? It's attacking my door.
Amusement parks are fun. Maybe that's what we need to do, an off the air trip to an amusement park.
Yeah. How do you think Dan feels about amusement parks?
I can't imagine he hates them. I know Dan doesn't like a lot of things, but like I can't imagine he has any like inherently negative feelings toward like an amusement park, right?
I don't think Dan's a rider. I don't think he's I don't know if Dan is a coaster guy.
I feel like he could be. I don't know. I wish he were here to ask because like I feel like I have had a conversation with him about this stuff before, but I don't know. Let's find out what he says.
We'll have a panel. Yeah, we'll have a panel at Cedar Point and or probably just Cedar Point. We'll have an off the air panel. Everybody come out and visit us when Off the Air takes Cedar Point.
Man, how fun would that be though to actually have like a live recording or something like that? That
could be cool. I mean, you could probably get away with doing it too. Like just go to like one of the pavilions and just like sit down and chat. But then you're wasting a whole hour of your day at the theme park.
Yeah, when you have to,
you could do it in a line. Just get like in like the longest line, and while you're waiting, record a podcast.
It would be something like just like a fun little thing.
Off the air, you're hearing it here first, folks. It's happening, guaranteed. What are you guys facing off for, huh? Don't you fight, you scoundrel.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I got bad news for the flat Earth community.
What is it?
Mad Mike Hughes died in a steam rocket crash trying to prove the Earth is flat.
No.
And I can't wait to see our flat Earth friend talk about how NASA assassinated him.
Kappa Mike. What is he doing? He flew like Icarus. He flew too close to the sun because, as you know, it orbits the Earth. So it really wasn't very far off at all things considered.
Oh no, not far at all.
What are you doing, Giblet? That's my garbage. Are you gonna be a garbage cat now? I have too many cats.
I really miss having cats. I would love to have one.
You can have one.
Well, I actually can't.
Okay, you can't have one.
Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to. They
Giblet.
What do you call? I totally blanked on what I was going to say.
Your landlord doesn't allow pets?
Yeah, my landlord doesn't allow pets.
Yeah, that's not super uncommon. I don't have a landlord, though, so...
There you go.
Own the property, kid. Then you can have as many cats as you want.
One day.
And they'll...
I plan to.
Yeah, 3 is just too many for the space I'm working with.
No, 3 cats is a little bit too much.
Don't you have like 4 in your house?
I mean...
Like your parents' house anyway?
Yeah. You know how hard it is to keep up with that much, like, hair shedding? Oh,
That's
it's miserable.
A lot of cat poop, a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight up not a good time.
I'm straight up not having a good time. But speaking of good times, we should probably bring this one to an end.
Yeah, we probably should.
We talked about Fantasy Island for the majority of the podcast, so hopefully you guys were there for that and enjoyed it.
I really hope someone here got something out of Fantasy Island, because that's all we were going to talk about today.
Yeah. Hopefully Jeff, Edge, and Nina and Becca don't watch this, because they'll just be like, yeah, we know.
Exactly.
Or any viewers who have watched Fantasy Island. You'll probably not get much from this, unless you enjoy listening to good commentary about the film, in which case you'll probably love it and be like, wow, thank you guys for that. All right, Noah, where can they find you?
Oh, well, you can find me as Bubbadbad.
Why are you surprised?
BUBBADABAD. I am on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Been streaming pretty consistently with Nina on Tuesday and Saturday, and with Dan less consistently on Thursdays. The less consistently is my fault, but we will be getting better.
Yeah.
What about
nice.
you?
Very nice. Yeah. You should just follow Lil Milk on Twitter. That's at Lil_Milk_bruh. He's a big man rapper, king of the rappers. Really, I am the king of the rappers and the rapettes, is the bio.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Lil Milk's new album, Real Life. It's pretty dang good.
Nice. This a dude you know?
That's Lil Milk. No one knows who Lil Milk truly is.
Dang, you're right. He is from Poop Town. So, like, who even knows where he is?
Lil Milk is an enigma. So go follow him. Try and find out who Lil Milk is.
Someday we're gonna find out.
I mean, everyone knows Lil Milk is big man rapper, king of the rappers. Really, I am the king of rappers and rapettes.
Yeah. Well, but outside of that, you're sure there's something.
Yeah. Internally, who is Lil Milk? You know?
It's true.
Noah, put on some Lil Milk as we fade into black.
I don't know if I can do that.
You can.
I think I'd have to.
I'll get Lil Milk's permission.
I think I'd have to pay to get his album so I could download it so that I could put it into the.
Name your price on Bandcamp. Just pay $1 for the album and put it fade to black over what we're talking about right now. Or just like message him on Twitter.
Hey, Lil Milk, can I put your music in my podcast?
He'll definitely say yes.
What's really funny is as I'm saying this, the music is definitely in the background. So
okay.
like, you know. Podcast wise, there's a couple of spots you can follow us on. You can follow us on Facebook for very inconsistent posts. It literally just shares the link. We have a Facebook page just to lock down, the OTA podcast URL, facebook.com/OTA podcast. If you go to Twitter, you'll get a lot more action from us. Twitter.com/@theofftheair. But also, you can go to patreon.com/offtheair. And there's Dan, we got ourselves a brand new shout out tier person.
Ooh, do tell.
It's Hi from the server.
Hey.
You know Hi. I know Hi.
I met Hi in real life.
It's true. You do know Hi in real life. Hi sent me an amazing pen. If you're in the Discord server, you will know that he got some keychains with everyone's favorite My Hero characters on them, and he mailed them to me so that I could distribute them to people. And when I did that,
so?
I did, but he felt bad because he took long enough to send them to me that he also sent me a fountain pen. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I don't know. I call it a fountain pen.
Yeah, it's a Pilot Metropolitan, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those.
It's fantastic. He sent me 3 ink samples that I could try out. And
they're really nice in terms of like actual build for like the cost, because like the same cost price point you can get like a Lamy Safari, and why I prefer the Safari and the German made pen, but the Pilot's just like it's way heavier, it's way more like official looking.
Yeah, and
it's very very nice.
Love a heavy pen. I love a heavy pen so much. It just feels good, But yeah, shout out to Hi. Thank you for the follow. You can expect him to make us say something in March. Thank the Lord. For a second I panicked and thought maybe this episode actually did come out in March, but it does not.
It does not. But does he have something to say initially, or is there like a waiting period?
No, we wait until he's billed his first time.
Oh, okay.
But also, if you would like to make us say something, you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5-star, tell us something to say. We will read out those reviews on the air, just so long as it doesn't say anything, terrible or weird. So yeah, thank you very much
There you have it.
for listening
Thanks
today,
for
guys.
listening, guys. And then go listen to Lil Milk.
Lil Milk,
Lil Milk.
bumping
We out
right
here, Lil
now.
Milk.
I don't know what we'll be listening to, but we'll be listening to something.
One of them, yeah.
Maybe generic trap song.
Generic Trap song is pretty good. Yeah, it goes hard. Lil Milk has responded to my message. She said, yeah, that's cool. 1 sec. When I asked if we could use a song from Lil Milk.
Nice.
I asked which one would they like for us to put on. Alright, that's the end of the episode, guys. So we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.